during the NFT cycle, a lot of NBA players just creating NFTs, and all they were doing is really creating digital art and just extract it. But what we're doing is putting our money where our mouth is and creating a platform for our fans to have a voice, to really show how much knowledge they have in the sport and rewarding for that.
Because you have to know the sport and you have to know Web3. And he's exceptional in that he's actually one of the more knowledgeable people in Web3 that I know, let alone, in terms of basketball. And I think, diminishing him as just a player really doesn't do justice to his brilliance and his ability, to kind of create. I think he's going to be one of the entrepreneurs.
You're going to make me cry.
Well, we're all weeping now.
Now, today's conversation is about Tristan Thompson and his new sports prediction market platform, one where basketball meets blockchain. Now, we're talking about Basketball.FUN, a new platform that reimagines how fans, data, and players interact in the modern game. Now, you're about to hear an interview between BeInCrypto and the NBA star himself, joined by Somnia founder Herman Narula. Tristan hardly needs an introduction, an NBA champion, Canadian national team member, and household name thanks to both his career and his cultural presence. But beyond the spotlight, Tristan is also an entrepreneur and an investor. Now, Basketball.FUN, what we're going to speak about today, fits into this space where celebrity and crypto often overlap. But before the alarm bells ring in your mind, this time the pitch isn't about speculation, hype, or wealth extraction. Instead, it's a new kind of basketball fan experience built on prediction, participation, and ownership. Okay, now let's get started.
So the first question is, guys, for the people who actually the fans of basketball fans and who never heard about basketball.fun, what is that exactly? And what's it why the basketball fans should know about this sport?
I mean, listen, the most exciting thing about Basketball.FUN is that we're creating basically a sports prediction platform for basketball. We're really emphasizing on that. We see in the market, in terms of fan engagement and prediction markets, that they haven't really capitalized or really figured it out on how to make it stick and really become
they're not fun.
They're fun. Yeah,
there are ways to gamble, but they're not ways to really deepen your fandom.
Yeah,
I think your vision has really included everything from tokenizing players to trying to find a real value and a real price for players to doing some of the most impressive types of prop betting and predictions that are possible in space.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So why the launch is actually in the current moment? What makes this now the right moment for launching this kind of product?
Well,
it's about learning from fans, right?
Yeah.
But
I think it's the right time right now. It's just because, listen, the season's right now, obviously the NBA season, but also if you look at just the market and the climate, right? Everyone's excited about this, right? This is kind of like the new excitement. It's almost like the new version of
it's the new meta.
Yeah, it's new meta, right? So everyone's excited about it. We're excited as well. It's good times now.
That's amazing. How does Basketball.FUN stand out from previous celebrity or fan token projects, and what makes you unique?
Well, the reality is that no celebrities have ever created a project of any true value,
of any real depth.
Oh, yeah, really depth. All they've done is meme coins and
cashing in, cashing out.
Yeah, I think this is extracted.
Yeah.
This is actually something that
and you're not sponsoring it, you're running it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm part of this, right? We're a team together and we're building this because we really see the longevity and we're just trying to, rewrite the narrative. Yeah. But for myself, being a celebrity, more of a founder, entrepreneur.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And also, we're in it for the long haul. We don't expect it to be instantly successful. We know it'll take time to really grow attention, but we're going to do systems to really reward the early fans as well. So if you want to build for the long term, this is the project.
Amazing. So Tristan, many athletes struggle to find authentic use case in Web3 beyond collectibles. How does Basketball.FUN ensure players and fans get real utility, not just another digital card or hype cycle?
Well, yeah, it's during the NFT cycle, a lot of NBA players just creating NFTs, and all they were doing is really creating digital art and just extract it. But what we're doing is putting our money where our mouth is and creating a platform for our fans to have a voice, to really show how much knowledge they have in the sport and rewarding for that, right? And for us, I think this is just the beginning. This is the beginning. We're starting with this, but at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is really emphasize a community to find real talent and really what I believe is the new version of basketball analysis, right?
Like a league game,
yeah,
right? Yeah, because it's not just predictions; it's ownership of tokens. Mm-hmm. The value of those tokens reflect the performance of the players. And this is, I think, a brilliant way of creating a kind of stock market almost for player talent. Seeing if the fans know more than the professionals do, which I think you believe they do, right?
I do, yeah, I truly believe that.
I believe that everyone will get excited about it. That's amazing. Thank you. So next question is about your collaboration. Why did you choose to put on Somnia? And can you explain its vision at the layer 1 blockchain and how it supports a dynamic real-time fans and assist marketplace?
I mean, I think bigger than just Somnia L1 is Herman. I mean, I've spent time with Herman and he's like a brother to me now. And I think it's just deeper than just business. It's family. And I love what Herman's doing, building with Somnia. And being right. Being an L1, and it's the truth. It's the God honest truth is that at the end of the day, I look at this as like Michael Jordan and Phil Knight, right? When Michael Jordan signed with Nike, every player was signing with Converse and Adidas. But for me, I believe in what Herman's doing. Yes, of course, Somnia, fastest transaction, all that, that's all beautiful. But it's about the person inside that I believe in. And he believed in me as well, right? And not a lot of people in this space take a chance on an NBA player that wants to be more than just an athlete, someone that wants to be an entrepreneur and be in this space for the long haul. He believes in me, and I want to believe in him as well. That's why we work.
The collaborations that work are collaborations in which you're trying to solve an actual real problem. And I believe in the problem that Tristan sees, and I believe in the solution that he wants to explore for the market. More importantly, I believe in him as the person to solve it, because you have to know the sport and you have to know Web3. And he's exceptional in that he's actually one of the more knowledgeable people in Web3 that I know, let alone, in terms of basketball. And I think, diminishing him as just a player really doesn't do justice to his brilliance and his ability, to kind of create. I think he's going to be one of the entrepreneurs.
You're going to make me cry.
Well, we're all weeping now. But he's going to be one of the entrepreneurs in our space. And look, and the thing about this collaboration is it's going to be a multi-project collaboration as well. Basketball.FUN really is just our first thing together.
What the compatibility. That's amazing. And the next question is, you are creating a system where fans can play, earn, and own. So how are you designing the reward economy to stay sustainable and to avoid the pitfalls that earlier play to earn projects face?
It's good. It was a great question. I mean, listen, I think what we create with the mechanics that we're creating is like, people that come on early in the platform, they're definitely going to be rewarded. Right? We want to build our own community, our own nucleus. And what we're building right now is nothing that's been out there, right? The fact that we're able to almost create a stock market for players, where I think that's what gets people excited, right? Everyone's used to just buying meme tokens going up and down.
Completely. And I think the fact that you've got mechanics that link the value of player tokens to the actual performance of the player, but also linking that to how much knowledge you have. Like the skill component is about how good you are at understanding the sport, right? So you can't just extract by just being early and throwing a bunch of money. You have to know something about basketball. And that, I think, separates it from a lot of play to earn.
That's awesome. You have mentioned before, Tristan, that you wish that you had taken your 2015 NBA contract in Bitcoin instead of dollars. Given to the current, the recent prices and the market movements, would you still make the same choice now?
Most definitely. I mean, the way I look at Bitcoin, it's our digital 401k. That's what I tell people. That's how I approach Bitcoin. That's something you want to hold for the long term. And if I could do it now, I would do it again and again and again.
Amazing. Another question. Basketball.FUN brings fandom, gaming, and digital ownership together. What gap in the sports experience did you both see? And why did Web3 become the natural infrastructure to solve it? I think it should be the first question to ask.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say, look, the beautiful thing about a prediction market is that price encodes information. Like when you see numbers there, you see people putting their money where their mouth is about their belief. There's tons of people out there with opinions on sport, right? But there's very few ways to take those opinions and turn them into useful information. Isolated prediction markets, just doing sports gambling, they're not really capturing that information into something useful. I think if Tristan's vision succeeds, it's not just going to be fans that are interested, it's going to be clubs and players as well. They're going to want to know what fans think about them. Basketball.FUN is going to become an amazing place in order to understand that.
No, I agree. I mean, the way we look at it is, it's almost, if you look at the draft, we would envision this where that GM, scouts, owners come on this platform and see who people actually think are the young kids in college who can actually be the star, right?
100%.
Almost doubling down to make sure the pick that they're making is actually the picks that city actually believes in, right? Like looking big picture, right? So this is the start.
That's awesome. Last question for you, Carmen. Somnia is known for building scalable virtual worlds. What does integrating Somnia tech allow Basketball.FUN to do that traditional fan engagements platforms simply can?
I mean, just a simple fact is the transaction fees are so cheap at 1 million transactions a second that people are not going to have to think about any of that stuff when they use this product. They're just going to think about the product and the experience. Ideally, if Somnia does its job, it's going to be invisible in this relationship, which is how it should be in order to make a product successful.
That's amazing. Thank you very much.
Of course. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah.